Yokokan Garden is located in the center of Fukui City, about 400 meters north of the Fukui Castle Honmaru ruins. Once called Osuensui Yashiki, it was a secondary residence of the Matsudaira clan, lords of the Fukui domain. The combination of the villa's graceful Sukiya style, architecture, and its exquisite gardens is the best representation of gardens made in the 18th century. It has constantly placed highly in the Japanese garden rankings published by an American gardening magazine. In 1945, the building was burned to the ground in the Fukui air raids, but the formation of the garden remained the same. In 1982, the garden was designated as a place of scenic beauty by the national government, and its restoration began soon after, with it being completed in 1993 and then opened to the public. The villa was rebuilt directly on the excavated remains, a breakthrough technique. For this reason, the height of the mansion and the view of the garden from the room is the same as that from back then. Also, you can still feel affinity with water. In addition, gardens such as this are generally inaccessible, but here you can relax and enjoy the garden from the lounge like the former lord. Yokokan Garden is very popular among the locals. Various groups and organizations host tea gatherings here throughout the year. Next, we will introduce the beautiful four seasons of Yokokan Garden. Plum blossoms are still in bloom, even in March. In April, Mitsuba azaleas, Yabutsubaki camellia, and Yamazakura cherry blossom, one after another. In May, Kakitsubata, Japanese irises, peonies, and azaleas bloom beautifully throughout the garden. In June, the irises and hydrangeas bloom. Also, in July and August, you can enjoy the cool breeze and the green leaves of the trees. It is the best season for enjoying a taste of what classic Japanese vacation homes have to offer. Water reflecting off the pond and dancing into the ceilings of various rooms is very beautiful. Starting around late September, the leaves of Japanese maples, sumac trees, and others begin changing their colors. The best time of leaf peep around the pond is around mid to late November. You can enjoy it until the beginning of December. At the beginning of November, ropes are placed around the tree branches for protection against the weight of snow, so you can also enjoy the snow and autumn leaves hanging. In December, Sazanka camellia bloom, and following those are the plum blossoms in February. Please enjoy the snow scene in winter, which looks just like a beautiful ink painting. Next, we will introduce the sights of the garden. It is a stroll garden with a large pond in its center. You can take a walk around the pond while enjoying beautiful views of the garden. Osensui Sashizu, a blueprint of the garden made by the Fukui domain in 1823, matches the appearance of the current garden. The stone formations and bridges are as they were recorded in historical materials. Drinking water from the Shibahara channel flowed into the garden to fill the pond in the past, but the pond is now filled with groundwater. A small stream called Yarimizu trickles along its gravel trail before eventually emptying into the pond. A large and thick stone was placed perpendicular to the stream of water to serve as a bridge. It looks as if the water penetrates the bridge, which is a rare thing to find in any other garden. A pebble shore and its curvature add to the garden's beauty. The colorful stepping stones were made from one of Fukui's own varieties, such as Anto stones from Oshima and pink-black biotite granite from Tsuruga. As you cross the bridge, a small building appears at the end of the cape. Called the Seiden, it is made entirely of zelkova tree, and its roof of thin wooden plates. It is named for a passage of poetry by Li Bai. The area around the Seiden is the most dynamic space in the garden. Large stones standing on the side of the cape are magnificent. It is truly a work of art. A beautiful curved stone bridge was built over a waterway through which water flows out of the pond. Yokokan Garden is not as large as the gardens owned by other feudal lords. However, it was made with great care to create a comfortable and peaceful atmosphere. Next, we will introduce the building villa to give you a general feeling or sense of the garden as seen from the villa. On the east side of the pond is a villa called Ochaya. It consists of tatami rooms, including the Gozanoma main room, a bathroom, and a kitchen. This tatami area was built in the skiya style by using 9.4 centimeter round pillars and a shingled roof made with traditional techniques. About 100,000 cedar shingles are used for this roof. On the other hand, the bathroom and the kitchen were built by using rectangular columns of 12.7 centimeters, making the atmosphere different from its tatami counterpart. Gozanoma is the room that has become the center of the villa. To its east are an alcove and side shelves, and to its south is the deshoin, an attached study. All the walls are made of over 10 pieces of echizen paper pasted onto each other. In addition, each wall's topmost coat is echizen storinoko paper. Each and every view of the garden framed by the window and door frames of the rooms is very beautiful. You can understand that the garden as a whole is an exquisite fusion of architecture and landscaping. The Kushigata no Oma is the room in the villa which protrudes the most into the pond. When you approach the flip-up windows, you feel as if you are on a traditional Japanese houseboat. This is the room where the sunlight being beautifully reflected on the pond can be seen. The Otsukimi Noma is the room which juts out of the southern end of the villa. It is made for viewing the moon and the garden from the south, east, and west openings. The interior window frame above the deshoin on the west side of the room is made of a single piece of zelkova tree, and the curvature of the frame offers relief from an otherwise entirely linear space. The Kintsunago no Oma was named as such possibly because gold powder is said to have been mixed into the sand wall. It is considered to be a former formal entrance. The lords enjoyed their saunas, to the point that the bathing areas and related spaces make up a large part of the mansion. These show that the area is truly made for relaxation purposes. Here you can feel the flutter of the breeze, see the glitter of the lights and the gentleness of the shadows. Hear the sounds and smell the fragrance. There are many things you can feel in this garden. You can enjoy the breeze, feel close to the moon, and just appreciate the harmony with nature. Please come visit and experience the serene beauty of Yokokan Garden.